I'm John, your YouTube English teacher. In this lesson, we're going to study 18 phrasal verbs for government. Number 1. Swear in. Today is going to be an amazing day. It's a significant moment in our history, and the future looks bright. They're going to swear in the new president, and then we'll be living in a new world. It's part of the democratic process. Today is the day the new president gets sworn in. To officially place someone in a position of authority. The Chief Justice will swear in the new president at the inauguration. They were sworn in as jurors before the trial started. The president is sworn in every 4 years. Number 2. Hand over. I can't believe he got voted out. That's a shame. I liked him. He was a great president, but now we have a new one. And we finally get to see what he can do. We'll see how the world will change after he hands over power. It's time for the president to hand over power. To give control or responsibility to someone else. After his term, the mayor handed over his duties to the next in line. The former CEO handed over control of the company last month. She handed over the keys to the new owner of the house. Number 3. Move in. Well, we officially have a new president. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see what she'll do. Her first step is to move into the White House. That's right, she has to get settled before she starts working. The new president is moving into the White House soon to start living in a new place. After the inauguration, the president will move into the White House. The young adult finally moved into his new apartment. The married couple just moved into their first home. Number 4. Draw up. We need new environmental policies, you know. It's true. The world is a mess. Hopefully, the new president does something about it. He has to draw up the plans first, and then execute them. The administration is drawing up new environmental plans. To prepare something by writing, like plans. They drew up a new proposal for regulations. The lawyer is drawing up a contract for the agreement. City planners are drawing up a new construction project for the city. Number 5. Call for. When the president was campaigning, he wanted change. Yeah, but he's not saying much about that these days. I miss the days when he was calling for change. It's what we need. I hope he does it too. The president was calling for change. To publicly ask for something. The protesters called for social justice reform. He called for greater transparency in the company's operations. Environmental groups are calling for urgent climate action. Number 6, follow through with. They always make a lot of promises. It's true. I wish they would keep those promises just once. It's true. They almost never follow through with their promises. Maybe the next president will do it. Do you think the president will follow through with her campaign promises? To continue an action or task until it's completed. The manager promised a bonus and followed through with it. She followed through with her plan to start a new business. The team followed through with the project despite numerous challenges. Number 7, lay out. The president will tell us the new economic strategy tonight. I hope he explains it. True, I need clarity. This economy is rough. I'm sure he'll lay out all the details. He always does. The president will lay out the new economic strategy tonight. To explain or present something in a clear and detailed way. The CEO laid out the company's 5-year plan at the meeting. The teacher laid out the course schedule on the first day of class. The plan was laid out in a detailed report for everyone. Number 8, push through. There's a new healthcare bill in Congress. There's a big political divide, though. They'll never pass it. True, but it's a necessary step for reform. Well, if it's really good, they have to push it through Congress. The new healthcare bill is being pushed through Congress. To work hard to get a law officially accepted. The senator is pushing through a bill on renewable energy. Efforts are being made to push through new educational reforms. The administration successfully pushed through the trade agreement. Number 9, stand for. All people have equal rights. If we look at recent history, it's hard to say that. I know what you mean, but we have a president who stands for equal rights. I'm so glad he supports that. The president stands for equal rights. To support or represent a particular set of ideas or values. The candidate stands for reducing income inequality. The movement stands for environmental conservation. She stands for innovation in education. Apps to learn languages are really great to improve. But as someone who learned 3 languages, I can say that the best way is to have a conversation. But how can you practice English if you don't live in an English speaking country? The answer is teacher marketplaces. Imagine having a real exciting conversation with a native English speaker and professional teacher anytime, anywhere. By studying through video call with a real person, you have an opportunity to practice and feel confident speaking English. In the description, I included discounts for you to start your English journey on italki or Preply. Take your first lesson today and then come back and let me know about your progress. Number 10, cut back on. Military spending is out of control. I totally agree. What can we do about it? Well, the government can cut back on spending. It's better to put that money towards education or healthcare. The government should cut back on military spending to reduce the amount of something. To balance the budget, we need to cut back on expenses. The company cut back on travel costs during the recession. He decided to cut back on sugary foods for health reasons. Number 11, sign into. They have an agreement on the new climate plan. That's a huge step forward. Solving climate change is important. Now the president just needs to sign it into law. The president signed the new climate plan into law to make a document legally effective. The governor signed the new housing bill into law last week. After much debate, the treaty was signed into effect. The new policy was signed into law. Number 12, roll out. The new infrastructure project is ready to go. The one they want to implement nationwide? Yeah, they're going to start rolling it out next month. Wow, that's a big step. They're rolling out the infrastructure project nationwide to make a new product or service available for the first time. The company is rolling out its software update next month. The government will roll out the health campaign across the country. They rolled out the new curriculum in schools this academic year. Number 13, reach out to. There are some international issues that need to be resolved. The president should talk to the other leaders. She's going to reach out to them later to discuss it. Good. We don't want any problems. The president reached out to world leaders to make an effort to communicate with someone. The charity reached out to the community for support. The company reached out to customers for feedback. She reached out to her network for job opportunities. Number 14, sit down with. The world leaders are going to meet soon. Will the president be there? Absolutely. He's going to sit down with them and talk about things. That's the best way to resolve problems. The president is sitting down with the other leaders soon. To have a formal meeting with someone. The CEO sat down with employees to discuss the changes. Negotiators sat down with both sides to work out a peace agreement. The teachers sat down with students to talk about their progress. Number 15, stand up to. That meeting was intense. Yeah, but our president didn't give in to the pressure. That's right. He showed a lot of strength. I'm proud. I'm glad we have a president who stands up to others and protects our interests. The president stood up to international pressure. To resist someone with opposing views. She stood up to the unfair policies at her workplace. The community stood up to the threats to the local park. He stood up to the bully and defended his friend. Number 16, step down. The Secretary of State announced that she's leaving. What? I had no idea. Yeah, the news just came out. It's a shame. I like her. I do too. She's great. Why is she stepping down? The Secretary of State announced she's stepping down next month. To resign or leave an official position. After the scandal, the CEO decided to step down from his role. She stepped down from the board to focus on personal projects. He announced he would step down as coach at the end of the season. Number 17, kick out. These politicians have done nothing. I'm sick of it. Well, use your power. Vote. I'm going to. Let's kick them out of office. Let's do it. I'm sure we can find better candidates. Kick them out of office. We deserve better. To remove someone from a position or organization. The student was kicked out of the group for bad behavior. She was kicked out of the club because she hadn't paid. The student was kicked out of the university for cheating. Number 18. Go down as. She did some amazing things as president. I'm sad she's leaving. You're right. I loved her too. History is definitely going to remember her well. Personally, I think she'll go down as one of the best presidents in history. She'll go down as one of the best in history. To be remembered in a special way. The court's decision will go down as incredibly important. Her speech will go down as one of the most inspiring. He will go down as one of the best to ever play the game. Quiz time! Pause the video for each question. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, consider joining the channel and becoming an English fan or English explorer. Remember, quiz questions are in the community section. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next lesson.